Hey there, I am back. I wanted to show you guys what I drink in the morning. Excuse me. This is my green. Well, it's my greens. Sometimes I make a green smoothie out of fresh produce and things, and then many other times I'll go ahead and use the dehydrated forms. Because spirulina, you can't really get that fresh and well, not in America anyway that I know of. So I use a few different ones. I usually use a lot more than what you see right here, but this is what I have left, and in order to keep my stock fresh, I try not to have too much at one time because it takes too long to get through it. So I really don't want to keep it longer than maybe a couple of months so it can be at its best. Now, what I'm going to use at the bottom of it, remember, I don't know, earlier videos, if you caught that, I juiced a watermelon, and I mentioned that the part that had the rind on it, I kept it separate because I wanted my watermelon juice to just taste super yummy. But I did not want to give away or throw away anything that is still good for me. And this may even be the best part of the watermelon right here. But it's not the sweetest. So I'm going to put this in here. I was saving it to be able to use it for my juices, something like this. So this is about an 8-ounce jar. And now, normally I would whisk this in a big bowl, with my powders, whisk it really, really hard. And then sometimes if I didn't get all the lumps out, I'd strain it, pour it in my glass, and drink it. But just to kind of save a little bit of time, well, I don't know if it's saving time, but I'm just demonstrating on the Vitamix. Now, remember that aloe vera juice that I made the other day? You'll see that on an earlier video as well. I diluted, I poured everything that was juiced in here, and then I topped it off with with water, with purified water, or bottled water anyway. And so it thinned it out quite a bit. So now I'm going to put in, let's see, not going to measure it, but I want you to see how, I don't know if you can see that. I'll put a little more. See that? It's still kind of thick, but this is far better, far easier to get down than if I not diluted it with some water. So I'll just pour it. That's about, I guess you can say that's about an ounce. And let's see. For my spirulina, I'll do a tablespoon of it. Okay, yeah. And then for the wheatgrass, this is organic wheatgrass. It comes with a dipper, but I'm not going to use it because it's a little bit more than I want. So really, I will make this about half a tablespoon. And let's see. And then this is green kamut. You see that? Okay. I hope you can see it. Okay. So I'll use a little bit of this, goes a long way. So I'll go ahead and measure out. We'll do a half of a teaspoon right here. And then this is barley grass right here, and we'll do half a teaspoon. And this is matcha, but it's with charcoal, and it helps with detoxifying. So it has caffeine in it as well. So I definitely, if I'm going to use this product, I like to use it first thing in the morning so I have time to kind of, get that caffeine out of my system. And let's see. Now, and this is reishi mushroom, and this is excellent. It's what it says. It says for calming the spirit. The properties are bitter, sweet, and natural. The organs that it supports is your heart, your liver, your young, calms the heart, tonifies the lung, supports the liver, immune regulator. So this is good stuff. I know some folks that take it maybe 2 or 3 times a day. I don't take it that often. I'll get it in once a day. It's not the best tasting. Really, everything you just saw me put in here, with the exception of, well, maybe the watermelon juice. It's not the best tasting, but I've said before, and I learned this from my mother. I remember watching her drinking some stuff many years ago, well before I was even on the kick that I'm on now. and she would make these faces, and she would just chug it in, get it down, and I would say, Mama, that looks like, it smells stinky, it stinks, and it looks nasty. And I said, apparently it tastes nasty, you know. And she said, look, I don't eat it for the taste. I eat it for, you know, the health properties that it gives me, you know. So that stuck with me. And when I, you know, taste foods or drinks or tonics and things like that, that are not, you know, they're not the best tasting, but I know that what is in here is extra good for me, it's awesome, then I just get it in. So I'll put in about 1/2 teaspoon with this. Now you may say, this is taking a long time. Yes, of course I'm talking, but what I do, like maybe on a weekend, I'll take about 7, 8 bags. Let me show you. And little Ziploc bags, and I'll make my batches. I'll make my batches in the Ziploc bags, you know, so it's already ready. Then all I have to do when I wake up in the morning is grab whatever liquid I'm going to use, even if it's water, pour it into the bowl, dump this into the bowl, whisk it, strain it if I feel it's necessary, and just go to drinking it. I'm done in 3 minutes. So yeah, the Vitamix is not necessarily saving me time, but I wanted to just demonstrate with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start the blender. That's good enough. You really only want to use your Vitamix or any blender that you're using the minimum time. Just get the consistency that you want and stop it, because the longer you the blade cuts through the product, then it oxidizes it, and so the nutritional value begins to diminish, you know, by, you know, immediately, you know. So you want to get that done as quickly as possible. Now I made some bubbles. Not a huge fan of the bubbles, because like I said, it doesn't taste all that great anyway, and I know I'm probably getting rid of some good stuff, but just a little spoon, couple of spoonfuls, remove some of those bubbles. Sometimes straining it will help it out too, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just show you that I got my big girl drawers on, and this is something that I drink pretty much every day, really. So let me taste it. I couldn't stop because that was actually good. Well, not good like cocktail good, you know, but good like, oh, okay. So that watermelon really helped. And too bad I don't, you know, have enough of it always. But that's good to know. That's a treat for me, that when I do juice another watermelon, that I will put that to the side. And for the next couple of days when I make my green powder tonics, that I can look forward to having that. The aloe vera gel, if I didn't have the days I don't have the watermelon juice, then I'll use the aloe vera gel. And of course I'll use, I'll use a lot more of it. And then, of course, if I don't have that, then it's down to regular old H2O, and I just get it in. I used to do it with limes, you know, put lemon juice in it, lime juice or apple cider vinegar, and I thought it helped, and it may have, you know, until I got used to it. Now I don't feel it necessary to use that, but you might want to use that to help you with your transition and get used to tonics that are really, really strong and you know, that you need to get in. So you just have to find a way to get it in. So and then you'll get used to it. Anyway, all right, thank you guys for coming back, and if you like what you saw, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, and then that way you'll be updated as soon as I upload videos, you can do that. Leave comments, leave suggestions, ask questions, and I'll be glad to service you any way I can. All right, you guys, thank you. Share the video. Take care, and peace.